Hey, welcome to Two Doctors Homestead. My name's Daniel, and this is Prepper Pantry Pick of the Week. And this week's Prepper Pantry Pick is stuffing. So we did a turkey and a chicken box of stuffing. I grabbed them both. You know, holidays are coming up. Thanksgiving's coming up. You might be thinking about stuffing. I know it's a great comfort food for a lot of people, and maybe some people don't like stuffing. I've heard it both ways, right? We are, of course, back on carbs. The main ingredient here is wheat. And you might wonder, why do we keep doing carbs? It's not that I don't like meat. I love meat. Meat's great. It is more expensive per calorie, right? So one thing we're trying to focus on is affordability with these. If you want to buy a bunch of beef jerky and live on that, that's great. You absolutely can do it. But we are pushing for affordability and shelf life, right? And it's hard to beat carbs for that. So that's why we keep going carb heavy. And what we're doing, as you've noticed, we've actually been doing this for almost 6 months now, which I'm surprised. Every week we take you shopping with us. We pick out an item that you might want to think about for your long-term food storage pantry, and we dig in on it. We do the math, talk about a little bit shelf life, that kind of thing. So we've been doing this for a little while, and we appreciate everybody for watching. It keeps it fun, right? We enjoy making the videos, but by watching the videos, by commenting, that kind of thing, it shows us you're enjoying the videos as well, and that just encourages us to continue going. So enough about that. So we have chicken here. I got the turkey one as well. The ingredients list is nearly identical, not exactly identical. The turkey one says it has turkey broth in it, and that's on the box. Contains real turkey broth. When you look at the chicken one, it says it contains chicken broth, but also chicken fat and cooked chicken, which is interesting on the chicken one. The turkey one just says turkey broth. I didn't see anything on the ingredients that would suggest turkey fat or cooked turkey. Maybe my eyes just aren't so good. Now, the nutritional information, once again, is nearly identical between the two. The chicken has less salt and more carbs, which was interesting. So when I ran through the numbers here, I went with the chicken, which is to try to go a little less sodium. It may not be enough that it makes a huge difference. The price is the same. The box size is the same. The overall calories is the same, but there is a slight difference in the ingredients between the two. More than just flavoring, right? More than just turkey or chicken, slightly different. So the box itself, as I said, 88 cents for the box, 6 servings per container, 110 calories per serving, which gives you 660 calories per box. So if you wanted to live on this, if you're planning it for your long-term food storage pantry, calories are important, right? You need calories to survive. We use 1,500 calories and 2,000 calories as our two kind of level sets. So according to Harvard Health, you need 1,500 calories to stay above the starvation level. If you look at things like USDA, and a lot of other sources, you'll hear 2,000 calories, and that's considered the average diet. And all the nutritional information on the box, percentages and whatnot, is based on 2,000 calories. And as I've said before, and I only keep repeating it because sometimes people jump in and say, well, I don't eat 2,000 calories and I'm fine. You might very well be. That's an average, right? It doesn't apply to everybody. Same thing on this. This is number one ingredient. Is enriched wheat flour. So as we said, it's carbs. You might not be able to eat wheat flour. If you're gluten intolerant, this might not be the right thing for you. So you have to consider what makes sense for you from a nutritional perspective, right? We're just looking at what's in the box and how that might fit into a long-term food storage pantry. So as I said, 88 cents for the box, 6 servings per container, 110 calories per serving, 660 calories for the box. So if you wanted to get to 1,500 calories, that would cost you $2. So $2 a day, $14 a week if all you did was live on stuffing at 1,500 calories. I did the math on 2,000 calories. That's $2.66 for 2,000 calories. So if you want to be at that average daily diet, living just on box stuffing, that's $2.66 a day. $7.98 for a 72-hour food supply. So I'm sure if you look online, you see a lot of people selling 72-hour food supplies, probably not for $7.98. Usually they're in the $20+ range. So if you want to build your own 72-hour food supply, you would need 9 boxes, right? 9 boxes of stuffing, 369, and you've got it for $7.98. If you want to live for a week, that's $18.62 at 2,000 calories. And the reason we do the math and break it down like that, if you have a family of 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, and you're thinking, how much food do I need to store to survive a week, a month, a year, whatever it is, you've got to break down the math and look at the calories. In that situation, you could kind of look at, hey, how many calories do I eat? Does everyone eat in the family? Or you could just go on around 2,000 calories per day, right? So that's up to you. That's on your situation, how deep you want to go into it. So we said 1862 for a week at 2,000 calories. At a 1 day mark, you've got to eat 3 boxes, which is 18 servings, to get to 2,000 calories. Technically, it's 3.03 boxes, because 3 boxes gets you 1,980 calories. I'm going to go with that rather than trying to split out the 0.03 for the math. But if you ate 3 boxes, 18 servings, 1,980 calories, you'd get 18 grams of fat, 7,020 milligrams of sodium, 378 grams of carbs, 72 grams of protein. So that's for 1 day. 72 grams of protein is not too bad. 378 grams of carbs is a lot. Once again, this is carb heavy. You also get calcium, iron, and potassium. So the box itself has a 1-year shelf life. You might be able to go longer. Once again, that's the best buy date is 1 year. I did notice, at least for the chicken, it's got chicken fat. So I'm assuming that's dry, maybe dehydrated. I don't know exactly, freeze-dried. I suspect eventually that's going to go rancid, right? And once again, there are long-term health complications in eating rancid food. Short-term may be a little bit different, and certainly in an emergency, if you're starving to death, you may or may not go into that, right? That's decisions you're going to have to make. I'm not saying it's healthy to eat rancid food, but I would wonder on the chicken fat, if you go past a year, if you go past the best buy, you're going to have to use your best judgment. I would not consider this a long-term food storage. Maybe mid-range, certainly not short-term. It's not like a dozen eggs that's going to go bad on you. You know you got at least a year on this, right? In terms of the cooking, it's add butter and water and boil it. I'm not sure if you can eat it raw. I didn't see anything on the box saying you couldn't eat it raw. It wasn't entirely obvious, and I'm trying to kind of look at it and thinking maybe you can. I don't see anything either way. Once again, health issues, right? You've got to consider your own health. They recommend cooking it, so I'm going to recommend you cook it. But in a situation, if you had to eat it raw, maybe, right? There are a lot of recipes out there for stuffing, and some of them include salad. And I don't know that you're cooking it before you put it in the salad. And that was the thing, additional options, right? Easy to find recipes for stuffing. If you want to do more than just a bowl of stuffing, you can add a ton of stuff to it. Chicken, turkey, anything like that. You can add meats to it. Some of the fun ones, make meatloaf, make meatballs, mash it up and use it as breading for fried chicken. So there's a lot of flexibility in your stuffing. And once again, I like it. I like the price. It's not as cheap as straight flour, right? Nothing is going to be as cheap as rice, but 1 year shelf life, not super expensive, and it is getting in that season. We're getting a little seasonal here. You might want to stack it up. I'm not saying there's going to be a shortage on stuffing. It would not surprise me if the price continues to go up. That seems to be the world we live in. So think about stuffing. Not a bad idea to add it to your pantry. So once again, thank you for watching, and we appreciate you.